Okay, Rabbi said I'd like to start a brand new journey with the Olam, specifically on this trip, something brand new, something very, very exciting. And that is as follows. I read to you, Tanya, Rabbi Eliezer HaGodol Oimer, Kol ha'oisik bePerek Shira zeh b'chol yoim. Anyone that's oisik in this Perek Shira, Meid ani olav shu ben Olam haba. I am a witness that he will be a ben Olam haba. I'd like to start a journey, Rabbi Isai, through our trip in South Africa, and specifically now, as we're going to see many of the different animals in their natural form, to go and join me in a journey through Perek Shira, going through many of the Mamorei Chazal, and understanding what Chazal said about each animal, and the song of each animal, al pi Chazal. Perek Shira, as an introduction, today, right now, has 85 shiras about the nature. Who wrote Perek Shira? What is the purpose of Perek Shira? And why does the Tana, Rabbi Eliezer, say that he's made that you're Ben Olam Haba? Why does he have Perek Shira in such high esteem? Now, when Chazal looked at the world, they didn't just see the physical world, as many of us see, and so often we look at, but Chazal saw the divine brush that shows the Rabbeinu Shalom in everything. The complexity, the variety was for a purpose. The world that we live in sets the stage for the fulfillment of the mission from which we were sent down on this world. Everything was made to perfection and has a purpose, and we need to open up our eyes. The 85 shiras in Perek Shira, 85 by the way, gematria peh, gematria mouth, are divided into 6 prokim, one for each day of creation, showing that even before the 7th day of creation, the world was infused with so much spiritual dimension. The Sforim tell us that every single day, the Malach Matat Ron, gematria Shin Dalad Yud Shakai, gathers together all of the shiras and every element in the nature and places them in a bundle in front of the Rabbeinu Shalom. Rav Victor Miller, in a sefer called A Nation is Born, page 181, writes about the word Shira. What is the Shira? Says Rav Miller Zatzal, Shira doesn't mean a song or music, but it rather implies stimulation of thought by the enthusiasm of noble intention. And then he relates to the Shir, maybe means like seeing, because Shira is an element of an insight. Perek Shira has 85 elements of the natural world coming together and showing how everything works in the nature in harmony, united to glorify the Rabbeinu Shalom. Zimra is music. Shira comes from the deepest emotion as it emerges as a poem or a song, taking the knowledge and quantifying it into words. Chazal picked out in Perek Shira messages of hope, faith, and awe from within, for all over Tanakh, and placing them in our mouths of nature so that nature can give forth the Shira. The lessons to be learned. There's a Gemara in Eruvin Daf Kuf from a base, Omer Rabbi Yochanan, were it not for the Torah, we would learn sneers, modesty from a cat, theft from an ant, and much more. Nature has many moral lessons that we can learn from it, and Perek Shira picks up on these messages. In a sefer called Mamorei Rashbi from Reb Shimon Bar Yochai, which is a perush on Perek Shira, gives us the Arizal's approach to Perek Shira from a Kabbalistic view. Says Reb Shimon Bar Yochai, every element of creation in the world has an angel and an officer standing above it in a spiritual realm, and the heavenly minister is not able to affect the flow of good until it sings Shira to Hashem, and the exact Shira that fits its source, and these are the exact Shiras that we're going to say and we're going to learn about in Perek Shira. So within Perek Shira there's a secret formula that actually nourishes the spiritual counterpart of nature that sings before Hashem, the Shira of that specific creation. Reb Shimon Bar Yochai writes that someone that says Perek Shira every single day will merit all of the good things that it says in Perek Shira. So now when we say the words, we're going to actually understand them, but we're also going to be nourishing the creation of the world. Listen to the approach of a Rishon, Rabbi Yosef Albo. Rabbi Yosef Albo is a Rishon. He writes in the Sefer HaIkrim, and he quotes Chazal that we're going to discuss many more of it as well. Perek Shira b'chol yoim. Anyone that's oisik in Perek Shira every day, muftach lo shu ben olam haba. Doesn't mean just emptily saying the words, but it means not just mouthing it, but understanding the intrinsic value of what we are saying, which is over the next few days what we're going to be trying to be delving into, to be oisik in Perek Shira. In that case, the idea over here, he continues, again, a Rishon, is to look at each and every one of the creations that are visible to our eye and see it as an illustration of the good character trait or a moral lesson. So according to this Rishon, Perek Shira is a tool to use the natural world as a means to gain closeness to the Rabbeinu Shalom, to gain wisdom, insight, love, and fear of Hashem. So who wrote Perek Shira? Many say it was written by David HaMelech, but from many of the psukim that are made up in Perek Shira, it comes from Nevi'im Achronim that lived 4 centuries after David HaMelech. Many of the Shira is from the Zohar Kodesh, from Gemaras, which was much after. So to put things into perspective, by the way, Reb Chaim Kanievsky Zatzal has a perush in Perek Shira. It's an entire sefer written with other svarim, and he puts it together with all of the brises. That means Reb Chaim Kanievsky not only did he say it, he learned it, understood it, wrote a perush on it, and held it was like a brisa. So we're dealing with something very, very choshev. Rabbi Yehuda Anossi brings his askama to Perek Shira by saying that anyone that involves themselves, which is what we're going to be doing here and over the next few days in our travels, anyone that involves themselves in Perek Shira will get brachas. Rabbi Yehuda Anossi promises. And the latest time it was compiled was right before Rebbe left the world, which was in 189 CE, which means it's a brisa, similar to a Mishnah, similar to a Medrash or a Tosefta. Right? The author of Perek Shira must have lived about 1800 years ago. These are there are Perushim from Perek Shira from around the 16th century onwards. The scholars of Perek Shira, saying Perek Shira has been associated with many, many scholars. We mentioned Rabbi Yehuda Hanossi. The Mabit, a 16th century Rabban Makubal in Tzfas, writes in a Sefer Beis Elokim that Perek Shira is unique, that it causes many Yeshuas. And people that say it for 40 days see incredible results. Rabbi Elazar makes a similar and powerful choshev, a promise at the beginning. Anyone that's oisik means to be involved, not just saying it. Rabbi said the next few days we are going to be involved in Perek Shira, and Be'ez Hashem we should be zoicha to all of the Yeshuas that it has and all of the scholars by seeing the Rabbeinu Shalom's world and singing his praises. And I'll end with Omar Rebbe. Listen to these words, Rabbi say. Anyone that's Isaac in Perek Shira in this world, Lashon of Rebbe, Zoicha lilmoid ulelamoid lishmor velasos ulekayim v'talmudoi miskayim b'yodoi. Right? That means that he's going to merit to learn, to teach, to safeguard, to perform, and to fulfill the Torah in that way. Not only that, v'nitzel miyetzahara, he will be saved from a yetzahara, umipegara, from a bad situation that may happen, umechibut hakeva, from the shaking of the keva after a person leaves the world, umedina shel gehenim, he'll be saved from the din of gehenim, umechavle shel Mashiach, and the birth pangs of Mashiach, umarich yomim, and it also lengthens his days. V'zoiche liyamois HaMashiach l'chaya ha'olam haba. Rabbi Yehuda Hanossi Rabbeinu HaKodesh gives the greatest haskama we've ever seen on Perek Shira. Not only will it allow your Torah observance and your limud Torah to really penetrate into your being, but it's a shmira, it's a protection against anything bad. Rebbe promises us Perek Shira will guide us successfully through this bitter golus to make sure that we arrive safely at the other side of Mashiach and Olam Haba. It's the handbook for surviving the golus. Yeshiva has printed a bunch of Perek Shiras for the Olam in a small pocket version. Every guy can take one. And let's be makabel on ourselves. Belineda. Anyone want to be makabel to say it 40 days starting from today? We're here in nature. We're seeing the world of Hashem. We heard about the brachas that a person can get when he says Perek Shira, we're going to be Oisik in Perek Shira. We're going to go through some of the Mamorei Chazal and explain what the lesson is for us and why does it specifically connect to that animal and that creation. But with Be'ez Hashem, we're going to be doing that. Does anybody want to be Makabel right now, 40 days, Berlin Ada, to get all the scholars of Perek Shira? Anybody? Yeah.